صلى الله عليه وسلم says in a hadith لا حق لمحتجر فوق 3 سنوات, that a person who owns a land and he's not benefiting from it for 3 years or 3 sequent years, he doesn't own it anymore. So anyone can come and possess this land and start reviving it. But we'll take it more in depth inshallah next time. Yes, brother Hussein.
I'm asking on the function of banking system in Islamic countries.
Yes.
Because as I know, in non-Islamic countries, most people depend on riba. But how do they operate in Islamic system of banks?
Okay. If you're asking about the current Muslim countries, the answer is that they operate on exactly the same basis as the banks in the Western countries. Egypt, Saudi Arabia, Iran, whatsoever, you will find riba, you will find interest there. It exists. No one can deny it. Even the so-called Islamic banks themselves, they use sometimes some kind of riba when making economic transactions, yet they call it fees or charges or no, they give it other names. But in fact, in reality, it is riba. And riba, according to Sharia, is defined as an economic gain, an economic revenue you make upon loaning money. So if you give me a loan, 1,000 kroner, and you said, Sayed, you have to pay 1,050 next month, this is riba. Regardless you call it fee or charge or I don't know, the name is not important. It's like buying a bottle of wine and writing water on it. Bismillah. You can't do that. A pig is forbidden even if you call it cat, if you call it hen, I don't know. So it's the same. The economic reality in the Islamic world is unfortunately not in any way different from the economic reality in Europe. When it comes to the Islamic system, inshallah we'll talk more about the possibilities for financial institutions to operate in the Islamic state, inshallah. But we'll take it next time, so I can guarantee that.
So we have halal court in our country.
Unfortunately, this is I do recall, when I lived in Egypt for 8.5 years, and I do recall that there was some kind of grocery, especially for pork meat. So, unfortunately, this problem exists in the Islamic world. And what's worse is that when the US attacked Iraq in 91, the 250,000 American soldiers stationed in the most holy places for us as Muslims, everything was delivered to them there. Pork, alcohol, even belly dancers, unfortunately. So this is our reality, politically, economically, in different aspects. Yes. Any more questions? As I said in the beginning, this topic is too vast to be covered in a few lectures, but yet it deserves to be addressed, because unfortunately today we see that, well, not unfortunately, alhamdulillah, we see that Muslims are coming back to Islam, but unfortunately we see that they come back to Islam when it comes in terms of how to perform salah, their prayers, how to fast, how to make zakah and so on. They even come back to Islam in quite vital and essential issues, such as that Muslims are brothers and that they have to live together. They are not allowed to be separated by borders and so on. But unfortunately, when it comes to the economic issues, we see that there is some kind of lack of information. And unfortunately, this lack of information is too big, especially in economic issues. So this issue really deserves to be addressed. And alhamdulillah, we have been given this opportunity today, and inshallah next week we will continue with it. And just to conclude, I say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim wal 'asr. إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. وجزاكم الله خير. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless this meeting.